Hello everyone. It is the new moon in Capricorn today, and what I wanted to teach you guys is what I like to call a magical manifestation wish list. Now, what a manifestation wish list is it's a tool for bringing to reality any dreams that you have that are concrete, involved. It could be a relationship, it could be manifesting a new job, it could be manifesting the home of your dreams. And the reason I chose to do this video today is because 5 years ago, on the new moon in Capricorn, which it is today, I did a magical manifestation wish list. And what I did was I was manifesting a place to live. And Capricorn is an earth sign. Capricorn is one of 3 earth signs. There's Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And anytime we have a new moon, it is a fantastic time of energetic potential where we are able to embrace an opportunity of new beginnings. A new moon is a time for planting seeds, and a full moon is for reaping the rewards. The reason a new moon in Capricorn or a new moon in any earth sign is a good time for a manifestation wish list is because earth is associated with all that is tangible in life, any sort of physical manifestation. Now, if we get down to the specifics, Virgo is associated with physical health, Taurus is associated with physical comfort, and Capricorn is associated with long-term physical goals. So that could be a career, that could be a home, that could be a vehicle. If we were going to manifest a relationship, I would typically do that when the moon is in Libra or perhaps even Taurus, because they are both ruled by Venus. But Capricorn is ruled by Saturn and the 10th house in astrology. So the 10th house is associated with career and long-term goals. And Saturn is associated with all that we take seriously. So a new moon in Capricorn is an awesome time to plant the seeds and get really clear on anything that you want to take seriously. That's why Capricorn is a great time for career, a new home, maybe a vehicle, anything in your life that you take seriously. These long-term goals are not something that we are going to manifest in a hurry, and it's really important to remember that when we manifest on an earth moon, if we think about how long it takes to plant a seed, then we water the seed, then a week or 2 later it finally sprouts, anything associated with the element of earth is going to take some time to manifest. So to put things into perspective, when I did a magical manifestation wish list 5 years ago in the new moon in Capricorn, I did not achieve my manifestation for, it was a complete year later. So here's the thing though, every single thing I put on my wish list came true. So the key to doing a magical manifestation wish list, I'm going to walk you through this, is that we are being as specific as possible. We are basically spelling out a recipe and saying thank you to the universe, thank you to our higher power, any deities that we work with. We are saying thank you for bringing this into our lives, even though technically where we stand right now, it hasn't happened yet. The reason that we are embracing gratitude is because gratitude helps us feel as though these things are in our hands now. And when we do our magical manifestation wish list, we are phrasing everything in the positive present tense. So positive present tense is saying thank you as if it's here now. What we do when we make our magical manifestation wish list, we start by saying thank you to any higher powers or deities that we work with. If you do not personally believe in a higher power, that is totally fine. You can say thank you, universe, or thank you to the force. Basically, we are acknowledging that we are a very small piece of a universal consciousness. And when we want to bring into our lives any manifestations, I'm going to draw a gift box. When we want to bring anything into our lives, we are acknowledging the circle of energy that happens within life force. So for example, you want to manifest the ultimate career. What we are working with is the understanding that your ultimate career or your ultimate home or the vehicle you want, we are working with the understanding that those things already exist. It is simply a matter of connecting what we want to where we're at right now. So when we phrase our thank you note in positive present tense, we are bringing in with our awareness a sense that this can and will most certainly happen. When we write our magical manifestation wish list, as I said, we're going to do it in positive present tense. So here's an example. Let's say we want to manifest money. Say we want to manifest money. Let's say, thank you. I'm going to say Spirit for the incredible abundance and prosperity I enjoy. So you see here, I enjoy. Positive present tense, as if it already happened, as if it already exists. So this thank you note is basically what we're doing is we're jumping timelines. We are stepping into a level of awareness that our future self is going to have. And we're writing the thank you note because what we're doing is we are connecting those dots. We understand that which we are hoping for, the career, the home, the vehicle, the money, whatever it is, we are acknowledging that it's out there somewhere. This is us. This is what we want. And we are acknowledging the circle of energy that is present, always present within the universe. And we are simply saying thank you for bringing it into our lives. So thank you, Spirit, for the incredible abundance and prosperity I enjoy. Positive present tense. And then what we want to do is we want to get as specific as possible. We're going to say, just like a regular thank you note, I am so glad that I am able to pay all of my bills and still have money left over. How about tons of money? Tons of money left over. I am thrilled that I can afford all of my basic needs and any luxuries I desire. I feel, so we want to add depth, we want to add details. What does it feel like to be abundant? What does it feel like to have that career, that home, that vehicle, whatever physical thing we're trying to manifest, because it's a new moon in Capricorn, what does it feel like to have it? I feel incredibly grateful. And why do I feel incredibly grateful? I feel incredibly grateful for the peace of mind and the comfort that money provides. So what you want to do is you want to spend time, not just 5 minutes. I mean, obviously I'm doing this here for an example, but when we really, really, really make the most out of a magical manifestation wish list, what we're doing is we're going to take hours. We're going to take, have your list and add to it. I want you to think about it. I want you to sleep on it. And I want you to get really, really, really clear on what this manifestation would not only look like, feel like, smell like, taste like. We want to utilize all of our senses to really, really, really describe this, because what happens is in our elaborate description of what it is that we're manifesting, we make that feel real. Now, how many times have you been hoping for, the career, the home that you're trying to manifest, the vehicle, the money? How many times have you wanted these things, but then your logical brain says, oh, no, we're not there yet. No, you don't have this. No, you can't afford that. Our logical brains, bless their hearts, they are just trying to help. And so our logic is going to say, hey, right here, right now, this is what your reality looks like. And fair, yep, that's true, that's valid. But if we come back to that circle of life, that constant, beautiful, abundant flow in the universe, what we want is out there somewhere. And it's not like there is a brick wall. What we want to do is we want to utilize the power of imagery, the power of words, the power of all of this multi-sense, really tapping into all of our senses to bring this vision into reality, because our logical brains, they're going to fight us the whole way. It's going to say, no, this hasn't happened yet. So that's why what we do is we say thank you, we visualize it, we describe it, we add details. Now let's come back to my little manifestation wish list. Okay, I've got money. Now what's really important is we want to give all of the details to our higher power, to the universe, but I'm going to ask you guys, don't worry about the how. Don't be like, okay, I'm going to get this money on this day and it's going to come from this source. Because universe sometimes has magic and we don't know the bigger picture. We don't know how it's going to happen. We're going to add details though, like saying that I have enough money to pay my bills. I have enough money to afford basic needs and luxuries. The exact amount, say you're trying to manifest money because you need to pay off a specific bill or a specific, maybe you owe the vet money or something like that. Feel free to add details like that. So for example, I am so grateful that this money came into my life. And here's the important part, guys. Are you ready? I'm going to write it really, really big on the other side. With no strings attached. And no harm done. Okay? Now this is also really important because we want to leave the hows open. We want to let life surprise us. We want universe to jump in, and maybe somebody that owed you money is going to pop up and be like, holy smokes, I just got paid. Here's that $100 I owe you. Or maybe you have a scratch ticket. You win a couple $100, couple $1,000, right? We want to leave those beautiful, blessed options open. But I need you to know that sometimes the easiest route possible, say you're trying to manifest a whole bunch of money, well, what if that comes through because somebody you love passed away and then you get the inheritance? I'm sure you'd actually love to have that person still in your life, right? Or you don't want the money to come through because you had a car accident and then you get an insurance payment. That also would not be very fun. So this is the really important part, guys. We say no with no strings attached and no harm done. So that whatever comes through for us is going to come through in the highest good of our interests and the highest good of anyone involved. So we're giving details. You can say, for example, I just said on mine that I'm really glad, oh, you can see the marker through the paper. I am so glad that I am able to pay all of my bills and still have money left over. I'm thrilled that I can afford basic needs and luxuries. Let's say you're trying to manifest a specific amount of money. Then you could say, I am so grateful that I am able to pay off my credit card, or buy a new vehicle, or I am so grateful for consistent employment or consistent work, a full schedule. But let's also add, but plenty of time to rest. Also, if we're working with money, we could say things like, I am so happy, I am well paid and respected for my time, skills, and expertise. So whatever details would be personally relevant to whatever it is you're trying to manifest, we want to give detail. We want to almost tell a story of how does this manifestation change our lives? How does it make us feel to have this manifestation in our lives right here, right now? And what we're doing, no strings attached and no harm done, what we're doing is we're writing this thank you note because gratitude brings our manifestations into the now. When we phrase our thank you note in positive present tense, we open the pathway to receiving that which it is that we're trying to manifest. Now, I do want to add here that there's also a lot of gatekeeping in the New Age community. There's a lot of philosophies being thrown around, like the law of attraction, the secret, all that stuff, where if your manifestation doesn't come through, you are made to feel as though you're not good enough, or you're unworthy, or there's something wrong with your magical efforts. I want to tell you guys, sometimes life just sucks. You cannot tell a solo parent working multiple jobs to feed their kids, you can't possibly tell them that they're not working hard enough at their manifestation. We have to acknowledge that the laws of physics and the laws of this third dimensional reality, they're pretty sticky sometimes. So please, you guys, if your manifestation does not come through right away, it's not your fault, okay? You are infinitely worthy, no matter what you do, no matter who you are. But we also have to combine our manifestations with hard work. Now, if you're out there working your butt off and your manifestations still aren't coming through, please hear me when I say you are beautiful, you are incredible, you are profoundly hardworking, and sometimes life just sucks, right? But what we can do is we can acknowledge that what we want is out there somewhere, and we can do our best to invite it in by being incredibly clear with our intentions, being descriptive, being grateful, and being really, really clear. Now, when it comes to being clear, I want to point out two things. I want to remind you guys that when I manifested my home, it took a year. An entire year for it to come through. But when it did, every single thing on my wish list came true. I asked for lots of natural lighting. I asked for really cheap rent. I even named my rent and I got it within 50 bucks. I named that I wanted to be near a forest. I got that. I like as specific as you can possibly be, and that's why we want to take days or maybe a week to put this together. If you're trying to rush and do something for the new moon in Capricorn, please remember that the dark of the moon, which is the energy of the new moon, exists for 3 days. The day before, the day of, and the day after. I think it would be for your highest good to take your time to write something out as clearly and as well thought out as possible. Do not rush it just to have it done on the new moon in Capricorn. You can technically do these magical manifestation wish lists any day, anytime. It doesn't have to be on the new moon in Capricorn, but what we're doing with any of these astrological events is we are essentially amplifying our efforts, utilizing the natural energy at hand. So as I mentioned, earth sign moons are great for anything physical. I was going to tell you about, earlier I was saying if we want to do a relationship, we would do Libra or Taurus because they're both ruled by Venus. So it can be fun to work with astrology and kind of get that extra boost, but it's not essential. Your magical wish list is going to work regardless. But when it comes to details, for example, I have heard people say that they did a magical manifestation wish list for a relationship. They put everything down that they could think of. They met the perfect person, except that perfect person was 15 years younger than them or older than them because they forgot to write down how old they wanted their future partner to be. So that's why it's incredibly important to name these details, be specific, and take your time. New moon in Capricorn is great for long-term goals, really utilizing this energy. But like I said, it's not necessarily going to happen instantly. So what do we do when we're finished writing our list? When we are finished writing our list, sometimes what I will do is take a picture of it with my phone because I want to remember what I wrote down. And then the way that magical workings work is if you are trying to repel something from your life, you would fold the paper away from you. But in this situation, we are trying to manifest something and bring something into our lives. Therefore, when we finish writing this, we're going to fold it towards us. Now, when we are ready, what I like to do is I will light some candles. I will get myself in a really zen place. I will meditate. I'll have music, really, really, really setting the mood and creating sacred space. Because this isn't just a wish list. I mean, it is just a wish list, but for it to be a magical manifestation wish list, what we're doing is we're tapping into universal forces that are greater than ourselves. We are sending out a wish list to spirit or to universe or the force, and we are, with gratitude, holding space and waiting for it to come back. So how do we send this wish list out to spirit? Well, my favorite technique is to read it out loud after creating sacred space. I'm going to read the whole thing out loud. And like I said, I take a picture because next, after reading it out loud, with every feeling that we have in our bodies, visualizing it, feeling it, knowing it, seeing it, and believing it, we fold it towards ourselves because we are bringing this towards us in this universe. Fold it towards you, hold it, say thank you, thank you, thank you. And with no strings attached and no harm done, so mote it be, and it is done. And then what I do is I light it on fire. Make sure that you're using a fire-safe dish. Anything at all that is going to hold the ashes of burning paper without causing a dangerous situation in your home. Make sure that your windows are open. You don't want to set off smoke detectors and stuff like that. But yeah, we fold it. we hold it, we believe it, and then when we're ready, we burn it in ceremony. And what happens when we burn it is we are utilizing the metaphor of alchemy. And the alchemy of the paper being turned into ash, turned into smoke, and then brought into the air is a metaphor and a representation of our wishes being carried up to spirit, and then spirit says, I'm on it, let's go. Thank you for being so clear. So that's how the magical manifestation wish list works. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I was taught how to do this, I'm going to say at least 2 decades ago. It's one of my favorite techniques. I do use it pretty often, actually. It works incredibly well. And if you guys have any comments, any questions, any thoughts about this process, I'd love to hear it. Comment below. So again, I'm Erin, I'm Queen Bee Tarot. Please feel free to visit me at my website, www.queenbeetarot.net. I am a psychic, I am an astrologer, I have lots of different services to offer, and you can book a reading with me from anywhere in the world. Via video chat or pre-recorded readings. I'm also available for coaching classes, and if you would like some help with your own spell work, feel free to reach out. I wish you guys all the very best. I'm really excited for you guys to manifest what's on your lists, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.